What's going on, Eagles Nation? It's your boy Justin. Welcome to Inside the Eagles. I am joined as always by my guys. We got the man, the myth, the legend, No Shirt Dom. What's going on, my man?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? We got the man, the myth, the legend, Steve. What's going on, Steve?
What is up, my friends?
And the man, the myth, the legend, the Moose. What's up, Moose?
Hey, man, life is beautiful. Coming off a great weekend, even though we weren't in the Super Bowl. Great weekend in Philly, even though the Eagles weren't in the Super Bowl. We had the wing pole, we had Knucklemania, the way.
What are you talking about, Moose? We're on here to celebrate the Eagles going back to back as Super Bowl champions, right?
Did we go in a different universe that I don't know about?
Well, let's talk about it, folks. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Inside the Eagles, and the Super Bowl just happened.
I'll say this much. Philly does it right. I don't know if y'all seen, but they didn't shut the city down in Seattle. Students had to go to school. There was no excused absences or anything like that. Like
That's deep.
Seattle don't get it.
The most lamest win in the world. Well, there was no protest reason. There was no reason to protest anything. Otherwise, they'd shut the schools down and all that stuff.
You ain't lying there, brother. You ain't lying.
Half time people are like, "What's this all about?" This isn't an anti-somebody thing that we can go throw rocks at people and shit.
I'll say this much: the crowd at the Seattle parade was like, and then you look, there are crowds at the parades. Night and day difference, man. That's all I'll say.
Let's actually Starbucks drinking fools.
I want to jump right into it. So we obviously lost our reigning crown just a few days ago with the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl in a defensive battle against the Patriots. So my question is to the panelists here: who would win in a hypothetical matchup? The 2024 Philadelphia Eagles or this past season's Seahawks? Floor is yours.
I'm going with 2024 Eagles.
Now, I know we're a little biased being an Eagles show, but explain why.
I think our defense would have shut everything down that Kenneth Walker had going on. Our run defense was stellar. And then, do you see the offense that we had? How is Witherspoon gonna weather the spoons of the whoopings that we give him on offense? How does that happen? I don't think it happens.
Yeah,
right.
It's no brainer. It's a no-brainer there. Our championship team was so much better than anybody last year. So if they went up against with the Seattle, it would have been the same thing. We would have blew them out.
Yeah. Now, did you guys also see, just to segue off that, some article or some report just came out where they ranked the 2024 Eagles championship? Do you guys see this as like the 40th best championship team in like the 40th? Yes.
I think 60 Super. I don't know if that 60 Super Bowls.
Out of 60 Super Bowls, and that's not Steve shaking his head. He saw that article, so yes, they ranked them the 40th.
No, and the worst part is they put Seattle fourth.
Really?
They put Seattle fourth. I'm like,
stupid polls. You know what? I don't pay attention to this shit. It's clickbait.
They didn't even score 30 points.
I don't understand that. How do you go from we had the number one offense and number one defense last year, and you give us 40th?
Yeah,
as if we were some bums, and we beat Mahomes.
No, we had I think the second deep, and we had like the 10th offense. When you broke everything down, we had like the 10th rated offense. But here's the thing about it, right? You have to remember they only played 3 quarters. They only played 3 quarters. So how are you putting them 40th when not only did they only play 3 quarters, they beat a team that was arguably in the middle of a potential three-peat.
Yeah.
Not many teams can not just beat a team that's on a potential three-peat, but run them out of the building.
It's not.
Yeah, in the third quarter.
So, I mean, listen, I get everyone's loving the new version Seattle defense. Sam Darnold absolutely deserves his flowers. He went through the ringer to get where he's at.
He still stinks, I think. But good for him.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Sam Darnold's not the worst quarterback ever, but he's not great. He's not great. He's not Tim
Tebow, but he's not Jim Hunt.
He's not that.
He's more like a Trent Dilfer. He's a Trent Dilfer.
All right. I'll go this way with you, Moose. Where would you put him ranking?
Well, I don't usually do rankings. What you mean for this year?
Just off the top of your head, like, do you feel he's just inside the top 10? Is he 15? Like, where?
Okay, so when people asked about Jalen Hurts, I said, well, he's the MVP of the Super Bowl, and because I'm being biased, but technically he did win the Super Bowl. Not technically, he did. Darnell did, or whatever the hell his name is. So I don't even know his name yet.
Darnold.
So Right? Yeah, whatever his name is. I mean, he's like a Trent Dilfer type of guy. Won a Super Bowl, but he was.
See, I have him above. Trent Dilfer was a glorified game manager.
Yeah. So,
like he's a step above game manager, but he's not
not going to
elite.
break
So
your
I wouldn't
balls.
put
Let's
him
put
in
it
top 5, top 10. Anywhere between 11 and 15 is somewhere where I put Sam Darnold. You have to remember right now, he's one of only 5 active quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So.
True. Yeah, I'll agree. I'll agree with that, Steve. I'll put Sam Darnold like right at 15.
Yeah,
like,
I'll
right
put
in the
him
middle,
at
kind of
16.
like maybe a little above on a good day, a little below on a bad day, but right around the middle. Like,
yeah, but he's he has that Jalen complex. He's not going to lose you the game.
I will put him 16 right under Lamar Jackson at 15. Ooh, did I
now,
say
where do we
that?
rank
Did I
Jalen
say
Hurts?
that?
Where do we rank it?
Oh boy, Ravens fans.
Boom, boom, boom.
Ooh, you're going to get upset with me, aren't you? Good. Because that's how I really feel. I don't like that guy either.
Where do y'all rank Jalen Hurts in the NFL right now as a quarterback?
He's not top 5. Let's be honest. We love him. He's our guy. He's not top, but he's anywhere from 6 to the lowest I'd put him is 8. The lowest I'd put him is 8. He's in the top 3.
We can work. We can start with this statement and work in. We all agree he's a top 10 quarterback, right?
For sure.
Okay, so start right. You're putting a 5. All right, I say he's still a top 5 quarterback. I'll probably put him closer to 5, obviously, but I think he's still. Look, the best Jalen Hurts is using his legs, not turning the ball over, and making some dime throws when he has to, and just that's in winning games for you. That's the Jalen Hurts we all know.
His biggest thing is the RPO, brother. It's the
RPO.
Which they never use him properly in the RPO game. That's when him and the offense are the most dangerous.
Which they never ran this year, it seems like.
I think I may have seen 3 total plays that were run off of
Amazing,
RPO.
right? Consider that's what they're known for.
But listen, a lot of like quarterbacks haven't beat Jalen. The top quarterbacks haven't beat Jalen. So I feel like we can't put him in a
except
top
for
5.
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes beat him in the Super Bowl. That was it.
Yeah, so we beat Josh Allen. We beat Kermit the Frog.
Did he beat him?
Did he beat him twice?
Did Patrick Mahomes beat him? Because he outplayed Patrick Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, technically, okay. So we beat Mahomes, twice? Well, we beat him this year, last year. The Super Bowl, the first time, he outplayed Mahomes, McMuffin, whatever. So
Kermit.
McMuffin, whatever you want to call him. So Jalen
Patrick
has
Mahomes
outplayed, let's put it this way, Jalen has outplayed Mahomes every time Jalen's played him.
Yes.
Outplayed Allen.
I agree.
Outplayed Allen twice,
Yeah,
I believe.
Josh Allen
twice.
Yeah, twice, I believe.
He's beaten Burrow. He's beaten Burrow in Cincinnati. He beat Lamar
in Baltimore.
So it's like
Stafford.
Who else do we put? What other two quarterbacks do you put over Jalen?
Yeah. Well, Josh Allen's
besides Mahomes.
Everybody says Allen this. Well, Allen right now is running out of time on his career because he seems like he can't. I'll tell you what, right now, that head coach they hired, he's going to be not there too long if they don't want.
He's not going to be there too long.
You saw that.
Who's number 2?
Yeah,
they have to put playmakers around Josh Allen. They haven't put playmakers around Josh Allen. And I don't even count the year Diggs was there because Diggs was not showing up in those big games like he did last Sunday. Diggs. He didn't show up last Sunday for Drake May, did he? Okay, so let's put that one to bed that he's not a difference maker. You have to put playmakers around Josh Allen for him to get to ascend to the next level. It's the same thing that we used to say here in Philadelphia with Donovan McNabb. You need to get a playmaker around him and watch what he can do. What happened in the season that T.O. was here? Wow, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Same thing happened when they finally drafted Deshaun Jackson and had Macklin and Jackson. That was a dynamic duo, and they had one of the best offenses. What was the 09 season?
Well, they got Ron McDermott, who's a defensive coach, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, McDermott was good.
Right, here's a fun little.
McDermott over in Buffalo.
Well, he was. Yeah. I like him when he was.
I mean, let's be honest. He kind of got. Yeah. He was. Hey, I don't know what's going on in Buffalo. That press conference scared the hell out of me when they saw like that owner and that GM. Man, that was not good. But all right, let's have a little fun here. So going into next season, if we could hypothetically go back, and this is just a random question, hypothetically go back in time and bring any past Eagles player in the past and put him on the squad for this season, who would you guys pick?
It's so
That's
easy.
a no-brainer.
It's so easy.
Number 20.
And you got to think
20.
now. Okay, now listen. Whoever you pick, the person currently on the team is going to get cut from
That's
the
fine.
team for
I'm
their
putting
position.
Dawkins on there.
Okay.
I'm good with it. Give me Reggie White all day long.
Oh, yeah, that's him. Yeah, you can't go wrong on.
All right. So
That's it. That's it. That's all we need.
You can't go wrong on this question.
That's all we need.
I suppose so. Yeah. I mean,
I like B-Dog. I ain't gonna lie, that B-Dog answer was good.
You're going Dawkins, Moose?
Yeah, B-Dog.
I mean, you can't. We kind of need like a really Reed's great, but like we could use a B-Dog for sure. So
I mean, somebody's going to nail shit out of somebody and get the team revved up.
Yeah, trying to think like for our needs, I'm really trying to. I don't know. Those are both. I mean, you really can't go wrong either way. I mean, Reggie White.
You can't go wrong. I would do that too.
Yeah.
So I say bye.
Yeah.
I say bye.
I think somebody on offense.
What do we have? John Runyon.
Yeah.
John Runyon can't play in today's NFL. He'd be thrown out of the league.
Or what about just a prime Jason Kelsey back on the squad?
Dawkins couldn't play today either.
How do you forget about Jason?
Exactly. He'd be getting fined every week.
Let's forget about the pussyfied NFL right now. Just pretend it's the way it's supposed to be.
If that's the case, bring Concrete Charlie back on and play
man,
again.
and take out people's careers. That was great, dude. That Frank Gifford, that was great when he stood over him. Like, that's something I did that. I like to see more of that.
All right, well, what if we had A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Deshaun Jackson as the receiving trio? That'd be pretty tough to go up against.
Here's the thing where that really helps you is in the return game more than the offense. Like it spreads you out, right? Obviously, having them three be able to do it, and you just get a quarter of a decent motion movement type of offense, you can mismatch a lot of people with that. So
right,
I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I don't. What's that?
I was gonna say the only problem with that is AJ's gonna cry even more because Deshaun's gonna get those deep passes and he's gonna smoke everybody. So
why don't you throw T.O. in on that?
You really want that?
Would you love to see that one? T.O. and AJ be fighting each other.
That's true. No,
They'd be fighting each other.
Yeah,
God, yeah.
Classic.
Oh yeah, I should actually pick T.O. Yeah,
it would be.
It'd be Knucklemania in the locker room.
Hey, yeah, we need more of that.
All right, let's talk about that actually. So, obviously Steve was there actually as one of our panelists in the flesh at Knucklemania this past weekend, and Knucklemania is bare knuckle fighting, very cool combat sport event, and very growing sport. But let's have some fun with the Eagles on this. If we had to nominate a Philadelphia Eagle to go into the ring and fight, who are we picking?
That's a good question.
You just mentioned John Runyon.
Oh, we're going all time. Okay, I was thinking like
think about at WrestleMania who showed up in the ring.
Bare knuckle fighting,
not wrestling,
not MMA, UFC,
not
bare
wrestling.
knuckle fighting.
Kelsey and Dwayne Johnson
not
showed
wrestling,
up
bare knuckle
WrestleMania,
fighting.
so that's a good question.
I say Malata. Malata looks like a crazy motherfucker.
Well, see, he can't be a big guy because the Knucklemania guys. They're not the big WWE big.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna steal your answer, Moose. Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, he'd be a good one.
Nah, he'll start praying in the middle of the fight. I can't have that.
Well, not if he puts on that persona.
No, he'd be praying after the fight.
Think, man. Who would be?
And just remember, we had a guy win Saturday night. His nickname is the Preacher Man.
Yeah.
And he was laying knuckles on his dude like it was nothing.
How about some of them old safeties from back in the day, like Andre Waters or somebody like that, or how about Seth Joyner, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm too used to Seth's newer persona. I don't know if he.
I'm flashing back to when he was freaking,
Jeremiah Trotter might been a good guy to throw in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going way back when guys were more rugged. Who's the guy with no teeth?
Yeah.
Former Eagle that wasn't always an Eagle, Bill Romanowski would have been able to do it.
That would have been a good one. I'm trying to think of some other nasty guys that were just straight up, would club you right in the mouth.
Now we obviously this wasn't something Reggie White would do, but maybe Jerome Brown.
Yeah, let's just take away his big dude. Let's take away the bigness. Let's just do fantasy land. Yeah, Jerome Brown be a good one.
I like Cooper Eugene. for the newer school. He's an athlete.
I don't know, man.
He was an athlete.
He's athletic as hell, man. I'll give you that much. He can probably
does
do
he have
anything.
does he have the, does he have the Johnny Garbarino mental attitude to throw a cannoli in somebody's face and then want to fight somebody and chase him in the parking lot? You know what I mean?
You're talking about old school names. What you got? Wes Hopkins.
I'm
Mike
going
Golick.
back to that Buddy's defense. A lot of guys on that.
Mike in the morning.
We had the Bounty Bowl back in the day. Those guys were hitting people, man. I go back to that. Anybody in that group,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go with today's people. They're just too soft, man.
It's not even their fault. It's really not.
It's rules.
But that's probably just because we've seen that side of them. If we're talking about anyone right now, the only one on this team I'd probably go would be Sidney Brown.
Sidney Brown.
Guess.
He's just crazy. So
exactly, you have to be a special type of crazy to be a professional fighter.
Yeah. So hey, crazy sometimes might win a fight for you. So
here's
I'll take
question.
crazy.
What fan would you see going in there and kicking somebody's ass if they weren't 51?
The Moose 317. No sir, Dom, Steve Rochelle. I don't know. Just those are three off the top.
No, I mean just in general.
Okay.
Moose, I think you'll whip ass.
If I'm being serious, yeah, Moose, I think we all think you would probably be the one that would go on the field and whoop ass in front of a packed stadium.
2 seconds later, I'd be passing out on 51. See, that age thing really has me going.
With a beer in his hand.
How are you going to say that? We just watched Andre Arlovsky, 47 years old, knock out. Stop Ben Roethlisberger like it was nothing.
I think I'm more mature now. Even though I was, it's funny because I did a promo with Damon Feldman and you know what that was all about.
Yeah.
So, my creative ideas go, that'd be kind of fun, man, if we could gimmick it up a little bit. But then part of me gets.
Well, speaking of creative ideas, let me ask all three of you this. What is each one of your individual goals for content creation for this upcoming season? It could not necessarily be the Eagles. It could just start now with all the other sports, or obviously the Eagles season next season. Like, what are you guys' goals for the next year?
Well, I mean, I've already been covering combat sports. Obviously, I was credentialed media this past weekend, but just being credentialed on any one of the other four major sports in Philadelphia, whether it be Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, Eagles, whatever it happens to be. That's just the goal every year is to be an active, credentialed media of any or all four Philly major sports teams. Even if I'm covering Temple football, I'd be happy. It doesn't necessarily have to be pro sports either. Mm-hmm. Like one of the things I think a lot of people get tied up to, they have to be an Eagles content creator, an Eagles media member, or Phillies content creator. There's other ways you go to kind of get to that level, and you don't necessarily have to go right to the pros.
All kinds of ways,
but just
Yeah,
so it's just
and that's a great point, Steve, is like, trust me, you guys know this much. I'm trying to always find access to events and places, and like I want to be a credentialed media member at the four sports too. Like it's tough. Like you gotta to be just the guy that
we can't just be the content creator. You also have to be the writer, you have to be the show host, you have to have the website to kind of go with it. There's a couple little different things that you need that checks off those lists. So
the editor.
For sure. Well, that's a good one. That's a good one, Steve. What about you, No Shirt? Do you have any goals for yourself this year?
Yeah, so I want to do a lot of I want to do more. Well, I have two things. I want to do some more Philly. I want to do Phillies content this year. I want to go to a couple Phillies games this year. Well, a lot of Phillies games this year. But when it comes to the Eagles season, I want to stream every time I tailgate, basically every home game, and stream the IRL thing so people know.
That's dope. That's what it's like to be at an Eagles tailgate every single time you black out. So there you go. Yeah. Perfect segue. But that's pretty dope. Good answer there, No Shirt. Hopefully you come back in. If not, thanks for joining the podcast tonight. And the Moose 317. What are your goals for your content
it's the
this year?
Same thing that's been today, yesterday, last week. You know where I'm going. You know what I want to do. I'm multifaceted. You know me. It's the whole Moose.
The sky's the limit, my friend. The sky's the limit.
The Eagles fan, the Philly fan, competitive eater. I do the gimmicks. I do the promos. I like to prop up everybody that's around me, dude. I love promoting. I love everybody that I'm surrounded with, building shit together with, making us all successful. Once again, I'm quoting a good friend of mine, Bill Wingador Simmons. Everybody eats at his table. So,
I
I'm
love it. I
always
love to
looking
hear
in
it.
creative ways, like, credentials for me to be in an event. Yeah, okay, I could take video, I could do promos. That's pretty much what I'm doing, the entertainment media guy, I guess. But I'm also, I can,
Yeah.
I somehow I manage to find people or they find me, and we, as you know, we do shit together, content together. They're like, Moose,
Yeah.
I spread
Well,
the
look.
name out there,
Oh yeah, dude. Walking around with you at that Niners tailgate was something else, man. Moose was getting stopped like he was the president out there, man.
And sometimes
It was pretty crazy,
I
man.
like, look, I don't start shit with nobody, but if shit comes my way, I'd say, okay, let's stir that pot. I'll fire back, but let's make it entertaining. Nothing personal. And we know what I'm talking about. It's nothing personal. It's all for entertainment. By the way, if you want to cameo with me, I'll wish you happy bar mitzvah or something for only $1. Offer ends at 2 a.m. tonight when I'm in bed sleeping.
There you go. Cameo. The Moose is now on Cameo, folks. For just $1, you can get the Moose to give you a shout out to your favorite loved ones,
Yeah.
friends, or family. That's once again
Yeah.
cameo.com, the Moose 317.
Happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary, happy divorce day, whatever you want, man.
Since Moose is wearing his Phillies
Yes.
red, I got something
Yes.
for you. What are your thoughts on them barring Nick Castellanos from
That's
joining the
interesting.
team as they're
See, I was
still trying to find either a trade or possibly
well, I was
release?
celebrating today because today was the first day that pitchers and catchers worked out. So I said, okay, baseball has now started for me at least. We're into Phillies mode. Football's in the back rear corner. Let's forge forward. And it was nice seeing Zach Wheeler on I think John Clark posted it.
Did you see what he did?
He was tossing the ball around. Oh, his red.
No,
His red.
that,
Yeah, I did a post about that.
It's
Yeah, it's in his closet. I did something funny. I said barbecue ribs, put a grill there. He saved at the grill on. I mean, yeah. So
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's crazy. I saw that. I did hear.
So I said,
that.
let me get my Phillies gear, and let's get ready for baseball. And baseball means spring's coming. The stick and snow will hopefully be gone, and that's a
yeah. I've never been to training camp down in Clearwater. Has anybody been down there before?
I've never been. My dad goes every year with a bunch of retired firemen. They do a trip. I don't fly, so that's why I miss out. So maybe one day somebody can do the Mr. T on me and spike my milk, and get me on an airplane. I don't know. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, that's from the A-Team back in the 80s. Check it out. It's on one of them.
Okay.
I
was going to say you can just buy a plane ticket, but whatever.
I'm an A-Team guy, and if anyone who's more recent and is like a Rampage Jackson fan, they did a remake of it, and he was the same. He was the same way, but they changed on how he became scared of
Murdoch
flying.
freaked him out because, that was good. That actually was a good remake. That was a good movie. I liked it. Well done.
Not a lot of people did it just because it was, it was big. You had Bradley Cooper in it as Face, Rampage Jackson as BA. I liked who they chose as Hannibal, and
and I liked the cameos by the original Face and Murdoch. They were both in it. Yeah. So I think it was well done. But anyhow, the Castellanos thing, that's interesting. It's like I don't get it. It didn't have to be this way. Why can't they make a decision?
Story of Nick Castellanos, just the up and the down, man. Is just like it's never know, man. With him,
he's legitimately the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, I mean, then see, now who do we blame that on?
I blame the team.
Exactly. And who runs all that stuff on the team?
John Middleton.
Well, who's the guy lower down from him?
Oh yeah, Mr. Dombrowski.
Dombrowski. D-U-M-B.
Him and Daryl Movie started a.
What you do is get on a boat, right, and check it out. There's an island called Stupid out in the Atlantic. Up on that boat, USS Minnow, all right, and we know what happened to that, and then get stranded there. Maybe the Globetrotters will show up, and you guys can build a little hut and have a good time out there. Run your own basketball team with the Globetrotters.
Yo, Globetrotters would kick the Sixers' ass right now, I think.
Yeah, probably the ones from Scooby-Doo probably would. Yeah. I hate to say that. Yeah, I hate to hate on these two teams. I love the Phillies, and obviously the Sixers piss me off more. But we all know this. But anyway, I digress. It's baseball season, so let's
as we were sitting there saying letting Embiid off the hook last night. He's not
yeah, how
playing
about
tonight with
that,
back
right? Oh,
soreness.
gee, surprise.
Oh,
Of
wow,
course, I
shocker.
said something
Sky is
good
blue and
about him.
grass is green.
Of
Embiid's
course,
not
I
playing.
said something good about him, and he has to sit out the next game.
Well, look, this is you just did the Dr. J thing, Justin. Big difference in Dr. J's character and the ABA style and all that. That was great content, by the way. I can't wait to see this documentary.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, me too. Hey, me too, man. I thank you, guys. It was an awesome experience.
And I'm glad
amazing.
I grew up. I was as a kid watching Dr. J. I went to a basketball game at the Spectrum watching Dr. J. So I'm just he's
awesome,
the man. You see the difference. It's a whole generational thing. And the sport and the way the sports become. You know, a lot of these, like with football, got pussified. Basketball, it's me, and these guys. I'm not playing 2 nights in a row.
No, you know what I think is the funniest thing? Everyone's still sitting there saying LeBron's the GOAT, the GOAT, right? He basically sat there and says it's harder to play 82 games of basketball today than it was in the 80s and 90s. I'm like, what? Like, who spiked his drink? Because that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Just go watch like the Detroit Pistons highlights for like on YouTube or something.
They were physical, dude. They used to freaking body check and freaking. And how's he know? He was in it.
The NBA was. I think the NBA kind of peaked like in the 80s and 90s and like early 2000s.
Oh, when all the old heads started retiring, you know, Elijah Wan, Robinson, you know, it seemed like, and then you start getting the dumbass James Harden's in there and all these punks. They're a bunch of punks. They could be watching the shit.
I'll never forgive James Harden for that Game 7 choke.
I mean, the beard, the whole beard when we got him. The beard, shut up. You know what I mean? It's a bomb. Yeah, the strip clubs loved him. He paid him a lot of money.
Exactly. That's what he's known for at this point. He's known more from dropping money at strip clubs than he is for playing basketball.
Against strip clubs, that's great. But he should be training this, you know, play basketball. He's getting paid to be playing basketball, not to be going out and, you know, whatever. I mean, hey, each their own, you know, whatever. Yeah. But hey, you got the strip clubs all night long as you play each game and give it your hardest and do your job. You know?
Yeah. Hey, you're right. Well, here we go. Last
used to do it, right? Dennis Rodman used to party like a rock star. Right? But when he came to get on the court, he didn't have a drop off in play. He had one speed.
Oh yeah, and Rick Mahorn.
He had one speed, and that was wide open.
Bill Laimbeer, dude, go up against Bill Laimbeer.
Dennis Rodman doing some of the wildest shit ever outside the court, and then you get on the court and just destroy it.
Yeah, it was just.
I think it's funny hearing about it after the fact. Basically, he divorced Carmen Electra because she was too much of a nympho. He couldn't handle her. I'm like, wait, what? That's why y'all broke up,
you know
really?
What?
Slide her over to me. I'll tell.
I met Dennis Rodman. He was at Wayne Bowl one year, and I remember. Yeah,
of course
I
he
remember
was.
meeting. That was a good time. Of course, back then I don't think I had a phone or anything, so it was like
good stuff. Well, here, last minute here of the show. We're gonna finish with this. I'm gonna name the 4 sports and very quick, like rapid fire. You're gonna tell me for this upcoming season, or if they're in the season right now, this season, whatever, where they finish. So, if I say Sixers, you say Eastern Conference Finals, or wherever you think they're gonna finish. Okay. So, real quick, the 4 for 4. We'll start with you, Steve. For next season, Eagles. Where I mean, and look. We got a ton of things that can change from now till then. But right now, Eagles next season. Real quick, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, like rapid fire. What do you think?
Like, what do I think is going to happen? Or
like where do you think like they're going to finish? Like right now, the Sixers, like I'll start it out. All right. I think the Sixers are going to probably get bounced in the second round as they always do. For some reason. Okay. I think they're going to win a series and then get bounced. I think the Phillies, probably the same thing, maybe, or hopefully not, but maybe something similar. I think the Eagles are going to make it at least an NFC Championship game appearance, maybe another Super Bowl run next season. And I think the Flyers, they're a young, exciting team, but Stanley Cup playoffs are a different animal. So I don't think I even have them winning a playoff series this season, but that's what I got.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
I say the Eagles. Unless
No, you guys are good. We're still last minute.
Technology is technology, my friend. Eagles, I'm gonna say they're at least gonna be an 11-win team. Another first place schedule for them, so it's gonna be rough. Do think that a lot of them are gonna have a chip on the shoulder, so I'm not gonna say that they're not gonna have a deep playoff run, but I don't think it's gonna be a similar first round exit. Phillies, they got to show me, so I'm gonna stay with you on that one, Justin. I don't know if it's a wild card exit, if it's a divisional round exit, or whatever. That I don't see them making to at least a NL championship game or anything like that. I just don't think they improved enough as a whole. We'll see if they've truly gotten better or not. Sixers, I think the East is wide open. Anything's possible, but it's really relies on them being healthy or not. It really does. I think they're playing with house money this year, and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more optimistic with the Sixers than anything. The Flyers, another one, playing with house money.
Moose, just pick the team that you think, other than the Eagles, is going to go the farthest this season.
All right, well, I already got. All right, so I already got figured out. Flyers, nothing. We know that. Okay. Sixers, we know the deal there. Probably first round, second round.
Yeah.
Eagles, I got to wait and see, man. There's so much shit that needs to be done. So I'm going to leave that alone. Okay. I'm not feeling until the shit gets corrected. And
hey, Kevin Patullo, hired by the Dolphins, passing game coordinator.
We'll see.
Miami problem now, boys. Woohoo!
I got to wait and see. You know what I mean? Yeah. But here we go. Yeah. Right? Here's the shocker of the evening. And it's a spoiler, not a prediction. And since baseball has started today, the Phillies, here's what they're going to do. They're not going to do what they usually do. They're going to look like they're going to struggle a little bit, but they're going to end up getting in and being a wild card team. And then, boom, shock the world, brother. And they're going to make it to the World Series. And then we'll see what happens.
All right, so we got the Phillies in the World Series next season. All right.
But they're going to do it the way I said they're going to do it.
From your mouth to God's ears, Moose. Let's hope. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is a wrap. Inside the Eagles, brought to you by Bacon Shake Worldwide. Oh, well, true, Dom. But Dom missed the first part of it. But yeah, Dom, sorry.
I'm taking the Phillies. Phillies are going far.
Taking the Phillies. All right, well, hey.
I'm taking the Phillies because that's what I'm following this year. I'm a Phillies fan now. I like Schwarber.
All I know is, real quick, because I'm always quick, right? Here's the bottom line. Baseball, like I said, it started today. So you got to be jacked and psyched. And you got to say, Philly's going to do what I said they're going to do. And that's the bottom line because the Moose said so. Mark your calendar. Go call your bookie. That's what's going to happen. Go Phils.
Yes, everyone, don't forget, call your bookies tonight. Make sure you place your bets on the Phils.
That's right.
Low snuff will touch. Are there any Phils that like to take their shirts off? Because I might be a fan of theirs. I like Schwarber, but I don't think Schwarber takes his shirt off.
That's a good question. Well, we got to get you in the dugout somehow, no shirt. We got to get you, like, literally doing some type of content with the Phillies this year. I don't know how, but we'll make it happen. So
sneak right on in the dugout.
Yeah. Hey, I do follow the Iron Pigs very much so. So I'm at a lot of Iron Pigs games. So why not start going to the Phillies?
You could take the Fanatics take the Philly Fanatic shirt off or something if he doesn't wear a shirt. You can do something with him.
I'll tell you what. What we'll do is the visiting mascot. We'll bank him in the back, and I'll put his costume on. I'll go in, like the Nationals goofy baseball head guy or whatever he is.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's me, so I'll start going around like, I shouldn't talk about kidnappings, especially what's going on in today's society. Right, somebody knocking on my door. But seriously, it wasn't me. I wasn't here that day. I was in the Bahamas.
Gotcha.
Just remember that.
We don't know nothing, Moose. We don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing. You didn't see nothing. You know nothing.
Awesome. Well, hey, awesome show. Appreciate y'all time again, as always, guys. And Inside the Eagles, brought to you by Bacon Shake Worldwide. That's a wrap, folks. We out. Go.